Hello guys, welcome to our channel The Foresight. Here we'll be talking about any random stuff. So in the first episode we'll be talking about Champions League, which is about to return this weekend. So in the panel we have Saif Ali, Ehtisham, Junaid and myself. These guys are avid football fans. I am not. I would like to dive into the discussion and I would like to be a part of it. So let's begin. So the first match that we are going to be talking about is Barcelona versus Napoli. And among us lies a huge Barcelona fan, which is Saif Ali. So hey Saif Ali, what are your expectations from this match?
Hi everyone. First of all, I'm very sad that we lost the title against Real Madrid recently. And considering that we were leading when the season restarted, and then we lost the lead. Okay, so that was very bad. Considering our form, we won 4 of our last 6 matches with pretty good performances. So I don't think we are lacking confidence as we go into this game. But there are a few drawbacks. Like both of our center backs are injured, so we have to be careful about our defense. We should not concede a lot of bookings. That is one thing. I'd like to know Ethisham's point of view about how the game is going to turn out at Camp Nou.
So,
Back to you,
one of the
Etisham.
few things that I've noticed is uh, Barcelona actually lost form during the league. It was on top as Sepoli said. So I think, and Barcelona has a very bad history in recent years when it comes to Champions League. Obviously, they lost
Right.
the 4-0 against Liverpool last year, and before that they lost 3-0 to Roma. It's home to Barca, so I think that might play an advantage to Barcelona. Apart from that, I think there is certain kind of mental blocks that has come into the team of Barcelona, which I believe which I think has been happening because of the past results. If Barcelona has to win this match, because I think the score from the last leg is 1-1, and if they have to win, they just have to win and make sure that Napoli does not score. Because if Napoli scores, then I think the mental block that Barcelona has will play a major factor when it comes to overcoming the result. So I think major factor should be making sure that Napoli does not score. And Napoli, I think, is in kind of a confidence because they have recently won the Super Copa, like the Coppa Italia in Italy,
Yeah, the Copa
and they have
Italia, right?
beaten the current champions of the league. So that kind of plays in their mind, and that improves the confidence of the team. So
Yeah,
I
that
think
is a huge confidence booster
yes,
considering
I
they
think that is a
defeated
good,
Juventus.
huge confidence booster.
But then from the injury front, we have news coming in that Lorenzo Insigne just got a muscle tear in his left thigh, so he'll
Oh,
not be playing.
oh.
He'll not be playing the game. So that
Is
is
is Mert
one.
is Mertens playing?
Mertens would be playing. Mertens is
Yeah.
fit. He played the last game.
Yes.
That was
So
yesterday.
considering Napoli, they have a bank of 4-4 when it comes to an away
Right.
game. So they will make sure that you guys don't concede. They will counter, and I think they will score.
Let's just have a different point of view from a different guy. Junaid.
Since we know Barcelona was leading the league 2 points up from Real Madrid before the lockdown, and then they flunked it after the lockdown. So after the restart from the lockdown. So and taking into account their recent form, which is एक second, which is they won 4 matches in the last 6 matches played, and 1 losses and 1 draw. So I think it usually falls upon Messi to be helping them win this thing, and it's like Barcelona would be immensely dependent on Messi this time, and their youngsters since Arturo Vidal and Busquets wouldn't be playing, like Ricky Puig and Ansu Fati.
Griezmann is really struggling. And would he play a key role in this match?
Griezmann is kind of struggling, but he finds his position in the diamond formation, that is 4-3-1-2.
Okay.
Hopefully that helps him if Setien decides to play that formation this time again.
I think I could bet that Griezmann would be that would be the formation Setien would go with, because
Yes.
considering all our games after the restart, the only game we played well, according to me, was the game where Griezmann played up front at the right and Messi on a
Yes.
central role. And I really want Ricky Boots to start because he's been dynamic since the restart. He's added a lot of energy to the lethargic Barca team, to be honest. So Ricky Puig could be a great addition to the team. And even Sergio Roberto, he is playing his role as a midfielder, considering Samedo is playing the right back position very well.
Tomato is in great form right now,
Right.
which is good since PK has been a letdown at times right now.
Yeah, let's talk
There
about
is-
Napoli. Enough of Barcelona.
Yeah, so according to the recent form, they've lost against teams wherein the teams have played 3-5-2 formation, like Atlanta and I guess Inter Milan. So whenever they played 3-5-2, Napoli have lost. Could Barca go with 3-5-2 is my question. If you compare the games, there is a lot of quick movement in the midfield whenever Ricky Puig is there. And I think bringing in Fati in the second half towards the left flank is also a great. He gets in behind defenders. He has that pace. So that is something which Barca lacks on the flanks especially. And I don't think it has been well taken care of ever since Neymar left. Even Dembele was there, but then he fell to a lot of injuries. So that was one thing.
So a lot of discussion has happened, and let's just end it by asking. I will ask each one of you that what are your predictions for the match. I will start with Junaid.
I think I'll go with 2-1 Barcelona because as the score is 1-1 right now, and Barcelona have the upper hand right now since the away goal. I think it should be 2-1.
Right. Acham bhai.
So I am kind of going with a prediction in favor of Napoli, 2-2 draw.
Okay. So one guy says 2-1, one guy says 2-2 draw. Next up is Saif. Saif, what do you think?
My prediction was actually 2-1 Barca from the beginning. So I'll stick to that.
And I say Napoli will win because someone has to see it. So moving on, the second match that we are going to be talking about is Real Madrid versus Manchester City. Among us, we also have a Real Madrid fan, which is Junaid. So Junaid, let's just start with you first.
So hi everyone. So I'm pretty psyched right now because we just won the league 2 weeks back, and we came back. We came back after the restart, and we ended the league with 1 game in hand with 5 points lead against Barcelona. That is. So yeah, the league was pretty fun. The league was pretty hectic and tiring for our players, and now I think they have adequate rest. Benzema 31 मारा ना?
31 कहाँ मारा भाई? Highest.
ये लिस्ट में 31 क्यों है?
अबे 31 थोड़ी है. Highest Messi है 25 गोल पे. ये कहाँ से आया 31? I think this is UCL combined or something like that. नहीं फिर भी UCL में इतना नहीं मारा. Junaid, I have a question for you.
अरे बोलने तो शुरू भी नहीं किया मैंने. मेरा question. I think in the UCL we're losing 2-1. That was in the Bernabeu in February. We're losing 2-1, and it's a pretty big deal because we lost at home. So now they have a 2-goal away advantage, but at the hard with no fans. So yes, Karim Benzema has been in great form for us with 21 goals scored. He just missed the Pichichi, which Messi bagged again. A major setback for us could be Sergio Ramos missing out due to a red card, which he took in the first leg. Although he had been in great form during the league, scoring penalties and a free kick. The only free kick Madrid scored in the season.
in great form scoring penalties. He scored 5 penalties.
He scored 6 penalties, and
Okay,
yes,
he scored 6 penalties and 5
he
goals.
scored 6 penalties and a free kick. Penalty कितने मारा? नहीं.
Guys, we have an imposter
You're
here.
an ugly Real Madrid fan, everyone.
So Sergio Ramos was in great form, was in a really good form when the league was going on. Major setback for us could be Sergio Ramos was missing out because he took a red card in the first leg. He was in a really good form, be it the defense or goal line clearance or taking penalties or even scoring a free kick, which was, by the way, the only free kick Madrid scored this season. He's not there. So in place of him, we'll be playing Eder Militao, and we're counting on him because he's the centre back after all. So, yes.
Okay, enough of this guy who has not done any research. We will go to experts now. Ashram bhai, what are your thoughts about the match.
And as Junaid said, there is a lead that Man City has on Madrid by 2-1. And since Ramos is not there, and obviously Ronaldo is not there in Real Madrid, I don't think there is
Oh,
any chance
good
that
point. Yes,
I don't think there
good
is
point.
any chance that Real Madrid is going to win this tie. Manchester City is going to annihilate the Madrid team, and it's going to be a 4-0 victory. I think Madrid will be chasing the game, and if Madrid chases the game and gives City space, then they are doomed. So it's like a very lose-lose situation for Real Madrid. So I think
Actually, breaking City's game is tough, but sometimes City loses to simple ball games played in the defense, which is our
But we
strong
have
part.
to consider. We have to also consider that Sergio Aguero is not there. He's out of. He's out due
Sergio
to injury.
Aguero is not there,
I
Sane
don't
is not
And
think
Leroy
there,
Sané
and
has just moved into Bayern,
it does not
and
matter.
that is
Sterling will play on the left wing. Mahrez will play on the right wing.
right
Gabriel
wing,
Jesus
and
will play
Jesus
through the
will
center. Gabriel will play
center.
through the
But
center, and there is a force called as Kevin De Bruyne, which cannot be stopped.
which cannot be stopped.
Which
He,
cannot
to
be
me,
stopped.
he's the current season best player after Lionel Messi.
Pep Guardiola wants to win the Champions League this season, and he will make sure that Manchester City does not give any slack, and they will make sure that they win it by a big margin. And
I agree
um,
to Etisham Bhai because I think City have also faced a lot of criticism considering they were going to be banned for 2 years, and then they got it resolved. But then, yeah, they did face a lot of criticism from all over the from fans all over the world. So I think City is going to back this game without any doubts, and it's going to be a comfortable win.
yes.
we aren't considering that Hazard is back from injury this time again. So I
Even
Do you
if
think
know?
we might just
Do
see.
you know?
We
when
might just see.
Hazard was playing, did it matter?
It
eh,
didn't.
It was his first season as well as Griezmann's.
Man, these guys are ready to
Okay,
just
so
butcher Junaid.
Griezmann just switched from a city, and still he took some time to get settled. He still hasn't settled yet. He's still suffering. Although he has scored more goals than Hazard, I'll give you that, but he hasn't been that much injured.
I think a lot
So
of
Because
people are
changing a
suffering right
country,
now.
because
changing a league, and you're comparing himself to.
And
and
also, but I think we have to consider that Eden Hazard, there was this crazy fact out that Eden Hazard has been the most fouled player in La Liga, considering he's
Every
played a
25 minutes,
lot.
the foul is considered on him. Foul
So
is committed on him.
so
that is something which is
he's an
troubling
attacking
for a.
player. He's an attacking player. Fouls are bound to happen.
Messi is too. Messi is fouled every 45 minutes, whereas Hazard is every 25 minutes. And that's
That's
an
because
average.
maybe
I'm not talking. That's
that's
an average.
because
I'm not
maybe
talking about the
Messi
game
knows.
time difference.
Actually, Messi is actually he's shifting towards the center. He's actually turning into
Yeah,
a
well,
playmaker these days.
yeah, y'all. People said the same thing about Courtois and Modric when they were new, when they debuted for Madrid. Now look at Courtois' form. He has 19 clean sheets out of 38 this league. I'm talking about La Liga, and two
Okay.
clean sheets in UCL too.
I'll give that to Korda. That's it.
Okay, it's a very one-sided opinion here, keeping fans aside. Anyways, let's just go with the predictions. Junaid,
I think Madrid will equalize. That is 2-1, and the game goes to penalties, which Madrid wins.
Okay, interesting.
okay,
I think Madrid will fail to score definitely, and City could score twice.
anyways, Acham bhai, what are your predictions?
As I said in my talk also, uh, Madrid is going to get annihilated. Minimum 4-0. Minimum. Minimum 4-0 Manchester City.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Moving on to the next match. The next match that we are going to be talking about is Juventus versus Lyon. I would like to ask Etisham bhai, what are you expecting from this match?
So, as we know, the Juventus has just won the league, the Serie A, and they were in great form. Like they actually it was very easy for them to win the league. Like they were in competition with Lazio and Atlanta for a matter of time, and also with uh, चौथी team क्या
Inter
थी?
Milan.
Inter Milan for a very long time. Then what happened is what happens every year. Juventus just won the league. Everyone fell off the cliff. So
Right.
but still they just won the league by 1 point because in the last 4 matches they lost 3 and they drew 1 match. So that is why they won the league by just 1 point. But that does not matter because Juventus is a very strong team. And one of the major factor that Juventus has is Cristiano Ronaldo. He has won the Champions League 4 times. He knows how to win it. He knows how to score. He knows how to score in big matches, and he is a born winner. So one of the things that Juventus does is they play with the formation 4-1-3-2, which has been introduced by Sarri. It's a very dull game because it's being said that it has been the worst season for Juventus in the past 10 seasons, which was under Sarri. Because
Yes, they've
yes,
scored the least points in 10 years,
yes,
83.
exactly. They
Yeah.
play a formation in 4-1-3-2 with with two strikers up front with Gonzalo Higuain and Ronaldo, and with the whole Dybala plays. But actually Dybala is injured as far as the news says. So I think the formation would change with Rabiot playing in the hole, or maybe they might shift to a 4-3-3 with Rabiot on the wing and Higuain through the center, Ronaldo on the wing, and Bentancur on the wing. This might happen. It might change with the match. The one of the interesting points of this match is that Lyon has won the first leg at Lyon's home. So all they need to do is grind out this match.
Right.
So it's going to be a very
And
interesting. Yes.
and uh, I think Juventus lack depth in the squad because they have Khedira injured, Douglas Costa injured, Dybala injured. So it's going to be a difficult time.
Yes, it can be a difficult thing because in the league, when actually Ligue 1 ended very early, but when Lyon was playing Ligue 1, they had won 4 matches from like in the last 6 matches that they played, they won the four matches. So I think
And is
that
I guess Dipe is back as well, right?
yes,
Dipe
Depay
is
is
here.
back and Lyon has no injuries at all. And Hassem Oar
Right.
is an amazing player. He's an amazing player from
Right.
midfield. So I think he's going to play a major role in this match. And if Juventus is not able to control Hassem Aouar and Memphis Depay, then I think there is a chance that Lyon might score. So it's going to be a very interesting match. But obviously, we have the one of the world's best player on the other end, that is Cristiano Ronaldo. He might just come up with a header by a jump on 12 foot and and he might
Yeah,
score the winner.
that is one consideration we
Yes,
cannot take out of that.
we can never take that out. So this is going to be an interesting match, and one of I think the players that in form in Lyon is Moussa Dembele. He was a very good player. He scored like 24 goals this season.
Yeah,
Yes,
and he's on the transfer market as well. Every
yes,
English
yes.
team is
He's
been
a hot
eyeing out.
property. He's a very hot property. He's a very hot property.
Right.
So I think it's
I
going to be
guess Lyon is a good producer of defenders as well.
yes. I think that's going to be, and Juventus has conceded a lot of goals this season. They have conceded about 43
Yes.
goals in the
43 goals.
yes in the league. So I think that's going to be a very deciding factor because Matthias Gillett, that everyone thought that he's going to brighten up the league when he transferred from Ajax. He's not done the what he was expected from him. And Chiellini,
And yeah, he's not the same delete as he was at
yes,
Ajax.
and when it comes to Bonucci and Chiellini, I think they are bit old. So if Lyon players are very fast, they might actually kind of counter Juventus's attack because Juventus is going to be on home and Lyon is going to be away. So Lyon is probably going to sit and Juventus is probably going to attack. So when Juventus attacks, there's going to be a lot of space behind, which the counter-attacking threats of Memphis Depay on the one end and Moussa Dembele through the center might be a key role.
Junaid, you have spoken the second least about this match, the first being me. So I would like to hear your opinions as well.
I think Ronaldo might play a major role this time again to bring back, like he did the last time with Atletico Madrid in Champions League, bringing back Juventus to life. So since Douglas Costa and Dybala are injured, they'll be counting on Higuain again this time. Aaron Ramsey and Rabiot are pretty good players, and they might do something good too.
And I
Alright.
guess even Even considering Lyon's form, Musa Dembele has scored 24 goals in a league. Though it's a farmers league, but then when he's competing with Neymar and Mbappe in the same league, I think it's a big deal, and it's going to be difficult to defend this guy. I think Leon is going to play defensive. A lot of defense is going to be there, and they'll be trying to counter attack as far as possible.
So, anyways, let's just wrap this up by giving your predictions for this match. Seth.
1-1. Leon wins. Yeah,
Fair.
they've got a home goal. So yeah.
All right. And Junaid.
I'll go with 1-2. 2. I'd go with 1-1.
All right. 1-1. And Ed Shambhai.
2-0 win for Juventus.
2-0.
Ronaldo scores both the goals. One might actually be a penalty. But yeah, it's
okay.
going to be a Juventus win.
Mhm.
All right. Moving on to the next match. Last match that we are going to be talking about today is Bayern versus Chelsea. Even though the results for this match are pretty much clear for everybody, but let's just discuss it anyways. We'll start with Saif Ali. Saif.
Okay. Bayern are on fire, to be honest. They have been winning. They played the last 6 games they played in the league, they've won it. They've scored 100 goals. They've conceded only 32. Lewandowski is on fire. He's going to come with all guns firing, and it's going to be very difficult, or I could possibly say it's going to be impossible for Chelsea to come back. Not to forget that Chelsea lost the FA Cup to Arsenal last weekend. So that is another thing which is going to be a troubling point in the game.
So no butthurt Chelsea fans here.
No,
No.
I hate
No,
Chelsea.
Okay, that's good.
They lost Pulisic to an injury.
They
I
lost
think that was a
Pulisic.
serious. It looked really bad. I don't know what's the update towards the injury.
Yes, it was a
It
muscle
took-
pull. It was a muscle pull. Which is,
Okay.
I don't think he's going to.
They don't have Pulisic, they don't have Loftus-Cheek, they don't have Azpilicueta, and they don't have Pedro too. Plus,
Yeah, Pedro is also not.
Villian and Kante have been suspended in the first leg. So that actually sums it up.
That's a lot of damage.
Yes.
And
Chelsea
on the other hand, Bayern have only been missing out on Benjamin Pavard. I don't think that's going to be a big issue.
Yeah,
They
obviously.
have a good squad.
They have a very good squad. They don't have a
Very
good
good
squad.
score.
They've scored a century.
Yes,
They
exactly.
scored a century.
Yes, because Lewandowski.
They'll
also-
probably win the Champions League this year.
Yes, they're probably going to win the Champions League.
They're the favorites.
They have-
We'll not say they're going to win, but they're the favorites.
Yes. Yeah, sure, says the Barcelona fan.
Now that Liverpool is not here, Barca can say that.
It's fine. Barcelona is going to come to this side.
We don't need a team to. We don't need a tough opponent to be knocked out. I
It was
was
self-burn.
speaking against.
It was self-burn.
It was self-burn.
Yes, that's rare.
So guys, things are spicing up here a bit.
If anybody enjoys watching a lot of goals being scored, I think this is the match for them.
Exactly.
Are we ruling out Chelsea scoring even one goal?
Yes, I don't even think they'll score one.
It's going to be a total destruction of Chelsea. It's going to be a dead end.
Okay, so let's just talk about predictions now. Junaid.
It's 3-0 Bayern, so that's aggregate 6-0.
3-0. Okay. Asham bhai.
It's going to be a final victory for Bayern.
5-0. Okay, are you going to say 7-0?
Me, I'll go with 4-0. And I think it's going to be Muller scoring and Lewandowski scoring for sure.
I think
goals
everybody
for
will
them.
score. I think everybody will score.
Everybody.
So you're saying it's going to be 11-0.
It's good. If it
He
if
thinks
it- if
Neuer.
it was
He thinks
possible-
Neuer will score too.
If Neuer is allowed to take a penalty, then probably 11-0. But I think it's going to be a final victory.
So hey guys, this is it. We are done talking about
Champions
We are
League.
done
Champions
talking
League.
about the Champions League this
Idiot.
weekend.
Idiot! I'm surrounded by idiots.
We've
भाई,
spoken for
मारो
so
मुझे।
long about Champions League.
ओ भाई मारो मुझे, ओ भाई मारो।
We are done discussing about Champions League, the 4 matches that will be happening this weekend. This was the first time talking like this on Zoom call or anywhere. Yeah, so we haven't even attended any lectures on Zoom. We haven't used Zoom. If you have any suggestions, we will always try to improve. Please leave your score predictions in the comment section. Let's see among the three of them who scored the most accurate scores out of three of them, and we will keep a tab of this maybe in the future episodes. You can also drop suggestions from other topics that you would like to see us discussing about. We will discuss about any damn thing which is not controversial. So yeah, stay tuned and we will see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Bye बोल अच्छा भाई.
Bye.